and welcome. Yo, this video was long overdue. God is probably like, okay, thank you so much for finally sitting down and recording something that I've asked you so many times already to do, but you were all in your head, having all these thoughts, putting all these scenarios in your mind that didn't even exist. My name is Marietta, and I am just gonna be talking to you like we're talking on the couch, gonna be spitting some truth here and there, and just sharing a word that God has put in my heart. Now, this is not gonna be like Bible study or anything like that. I am gonna have some verses here and there, unless God is like, we're about to change all of that up. This video is gonna be an encouragement for you, and it's gonna be even encouragement for me to step out and do the thing that God has told us to do. But we are so much in our heads, building up a million scenarios that probably won't even happen, and putting fear in our head to stop us, and actually letting the enemy come in and adding more of that fear in a way that we're not even doing the thing that God told us to do, which actually means that we're putting more trust in ourselves than we are in God. Let's get into it. There's a word I feel like right now I'm all over the place, but it's fine because you're at my house. Welcome. I've invited you into Creativa Mari's corner. To just have like a chill conversation and to just, speak some truths. The truths are going to be mainly about things that we're going through in our lives and me as an example. And I'm not going to go into every single thing today. We will do it throughout other videos. Where to start? You're basically going to join me and I'm going to join you. So we're going to do this together. This is not just about me because I am a person I love to serve and I don't like to talk about myself, only if it's for a testimonial to help someone else. And so this journey that I'm on is going to be a journey that you're on. And either you're already on it or you're going to be on it because I'm going to pull you out of your comfort zone to go on this journey. Okay. My journey at this moment, I have been traveling solo for a few years now, and I'm actually based in Spain. I've been based here in Spain for 7 years in total now, and I've been traveling here and there. But I just did not want to do the digital nomad lifestyle anymore, and so right now I'm based here, and I've had a remote job. I've had two remote jobs while being here that were steady full-time jobs. And last year, God was like, girl, you've been pouring, you've been serving, you've been helping, you've been being prepared for what I've called you to do, which He actually showed me at a young age. So at a young age, I already knew that my life would be something that I couldn't even imagine. And one of the things was I was going to have businesses and I was going to be a leader. And another thing was, well, okay, I can't reveal that yet. God is like, don't reveal that yet. So I'm not going to reveal that part yet. But the businesses, last year, God was actually like, girl, you've been equipped, you've been prepped, you've been all of that. I had you like, cruise all around the way and serve other people and do all of the things that you had to do. Um, which one was actually building a community within each and every company that I worked at. That's going to be a story for another day. But people were just telling me over and over again, you're a leader. Why don't you have your own company yet? You have so much knowledge. You have the capability. Why are you not the heart that you have for people, the way that you serve? Why don't you have a business yet? And I was asking myself that the same questions from time to time, but then also fear crept in, right? Whenever you are comfortable, you know what you have to do. But you know that moment when you're you're standing on the ledge and you're supposed to like, get ready fully and then basically jump in the water and start swimming and come up and do all of that. But still you feel like that, oh no, wait, maybe I need to just like, dip my toe a little bit, feel the water, see how it. I'm not gonna go fully in. Maybe just put that little pinky, like a little big toe in there. Maybe just put a little finger in there just to feel the temperature. And because like on this land, I'm safe and I'm like, I feel secure. And, when I go into the water, I don't know what's under that, what's, in the water. I don't know what's swimming there. I don't know what could happen with me. I don't know if I'm able to, you know, stay afloat or if I'm going to drown or anything like that. And fear starts creeping up slowly. And the craziest thing is I am a person that I love to motivate. I love to support. I've been called people's personal cheerleader throughout my whole life. So I would always tell people, you can do this. I would come up with ideas for them to like, start the business, start the new journey or whatever it is that they wanted to do. I was always that person that would have them do it. But when it comes to me, I would always put myself in the back. And God has nudged me throughout these last few months specifically to start going to the front. It's my time to finally go to the front, and I'm going to have people behind me. I'm going to basically pull them with me to the front. Instead of me being in the front and pushing them, I have to be in the front and now pull. So my heart, I don't even the fact that I'm sitting here and I'm talking to you on camera, that is already something really big. Not, I don't want to jump from here to there. It will all come together. But um, the main thing that I just want to put out there is we as humans, we put so much belief, so much support, so much motivation in other people. But when it comes to ourselves, we make ourselves small. And one of the things that I was asking myself was like, why is it that I'm able to do all of that for another person, but when it comes to me, I'm not able to do that? Well, one of the things that I told myself that I was going to start doing was I am basically going to see myself as that best friend and ask the hard questions to pull out answers so I can start doing the thing. And instead of me doing it with me, I actually had the quiet times, and I still do the quiet times, the moments with God, and let Him ask me those questions because He already knows the answers. But I am someone that I need to say it out loud for me to be like, okay, or I need to hear it out loud. So I have a few pointers that I wanted to go into. And if you see me look to the side, it's because I have my notes here. My main thing was last year, I just kept on thinking like this cannot be my life. And every single day I would wake up and I was excited to do the work that I was doing, but there was just something missing. And I felt stuck. I felt like in a loop, in the rat race of this is what I'm doing, but is this what actually what I'm supposed to be doing? Or is this like a preparation to something bigger? And I think there are so many women out there right now that feel the exact same. That you were made for more, but you're scared to actually step forward. And honestly, I am one of them. Okay. Again, like for me, it's easy to help someone else push forward and become this big, great person and do all of the things that they're called to do. But when it comes to me, I will put myself all the way in the back. I will put myself as the tail. And I feel like this is the season where women who kept shrinking themselves are finally stepping forward. It's our time to step forward, whether you want it or not. And it's not because we suddenly have figured it all out. It's because staying stuck hurts more than taking the leap. And for me, this is so true. One of my motto is dare to dream, don't settle for less. And the other one is I don't want to have no what ifs. I don't want to look back in my life and think back of what if I did travel to that place and live there for a few years? What if I stopped working for someone else to build their dreams and actually took the leap and start building on my own? How many lives could I have changed? How many people could I have actually served and helped? And say again, like now saying this out loud with the journey that I'm on, it hurts a bit more not taking that leap. And that would have hurt more. I just want to let you know that in this journey, you don't need to have figure it all out. It makes me think right now, because I'm in this journey as well. And this is something I'm going to be quote doing a lot on this channel. I'm going to be quoting what it says in the Bible. I've been reading on Israel, right? Israel, they were working in Egypt, there were slaves, and how Moses was the one that had to take the Israelites out of Egypt and bring them to the promised land. And there are just so many things in that story that resonates to us today because we're all starting, well, not everyone, but most of us are starting in Egypt, you know? And I'm not saying that we're slaves, but we are people that someone else is deciding whether you take your vacation next month or not. Someone else is deciding whether you get paid tomorrow or not. Someone else is deciding how much you get paid. Someone else is deciding whether you're able to take a lunch a half hour longer than what you're supposed to take. Someone else is deciding what time you start working and what time you stop working. Other people are deciding things for you. Toughly said, your value and your worth is in their hands because if they wake up tomorrow and they decide that they don't want you to work there anymore or they're going to replace you with someone else, they're actually taking that and have the power to just switch it up in your life. And then what? And that realization for me was like, it was mind blowing because I never stopped to think the power that I was giving someone else. And I'm not saying that, working for someone else is a bad thing because we need workers. We need people that are leaders and that are building, and we need people to step up and lead and build with us. There's a balance for sure. But for me, that was because I know that God has called me to do the leading and the building, to serve others. That's how I felt strongly. Even though right now I was pulled out of Egypt and I was in that wilderness and I feel like I'm standing in front of the promised land. This is right now the time that I'm going to say that I'm doing it scared. I was looking for other jobs, okay? As soon as I got fired last year, and it broke me for a moment, but it also, for me, it was like God was basically just telling me, okay, like this is your time to build, right? But I was still looking for jobs because in my mind, I was like, I'm not able to build anything if I don't have an income, which means that I'm not actually fully trusting God because God would never put me in a situation to drown. Isaiah 43 says, even when you go through deep waters, I will not let you drown. Even when you go through fires, I will not let you burn. And over again, it says as well to not be scared or afraid, be encouraged. So trusting God and, I'm building my first business. I'm doing it scared. And I just wanted you to know that no one knows what they're doing. No millionaire, no billionaire, no business owner out there can say that they did not have one moment in their entire career or entire business building moment that they weren't scared. I'm just excited to be on this journey and for us to be on this journey. Whether you are in your Egypt right now and you're about to go into the wilderness, whether you are in the wilderness and you need to push push to get to the promised land, or whether you are at the promised land, I'm just excited that we're able to do this together. And for the first time ever, I'm going to be documenting as much as I can. There's so much that has already transpired, and there's a part of me that now I understand why God has like nudged me to finally start recording and to finally do this, because documenting this and building this is going to be something not just for me, but it's going to be for every single person that is going along this ride with me, and every single person that's going to see this afterwards, because it's going to help you. It's going to help them build. It's going to help you, learn from certain mistakes. It's going to encourage you. It's going to motivate you, going to support you. And I'm just excited about that. I just want to leave you with this for now. I am going to end with my quote. No one can do what you do, how you do it. You are so unique. You have the gift and the talent. No one can do it the way that you do. I just want to encourage you to whatever it is that God is nudging you to do right now, do it. Do it scared. Don't have the what ifs. Don't have the I'm not good enough. Don't have any of that. Because even if it were to go wrong, so what? You can always go back. Even though we're not going back to Egypt, okay? You can always regroup and try again. You have one life. Why would you waste it to not doing what's actually within you to do? Thank you for sticking around. I am excited to be on this journey with you, and I will see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao!